Ooh,
Hello.
good afternoon.
I realized I'm not sure of your title or your name.
That actually makes two of us. I really find both names and titles to be superfluous in this fast changing world in which we live.
You've been exploring.
I have been exploring. I've been out in the desert sun. In fact, I've actually been out there for 9 days on a horse with no name.
You do know our work, don't
Yeah,
you?
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You know about the chakra plunger? This.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Uh, oh goodness. Well, I've done some exploring of my own.
Very
Going
good.
out and about because I've been feeling maybe I'm a little too bogged down by my ectoplasm lately,
Hmm.
and
That
learning.
that happens.
Yes, and learning about these different dimensions. I have questions because you're obviously an expert, in this. Um, what now? I'm still thinking of the parallel universe.
Yes.
What I really want to know is there another Dicey out there that is not a stunning, successful star like me?
Well, the first thing I would say is, by definition, a Dicey will be a stunning, successful star. Uh, but what one can expect is the different universes, they might be stunning and successful stars in a variety of different enterprises. So it's entirely possible that there exists a parallel universe where the Dicey is the most impressive librarian ever in the history of the town of Median Strip, Nebraska. But
Oh,
nonetheless, that person is a star.
oh, yeah, but not like me. See, the point is I've been through so much that I'm at a level that's very different. Right.
Trust me, if you're the librarian in Median Strips, Nebraska, you've been through a lot.
Yeah, but not like me. I mean, you haven't reached a karmic level like I have, right?
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Okay. Okay, that's all. I just,
Yes. So
it's
so so my sense is that of all the possible universes, that uh, so the interesting question is whether you are in a sense the diciest of all possible dices, or whether there exists other universes in which there are dicier dices than your own diciness might in fact dice out to be.
oh, your the depth of your thought it's just so impressive. You've been to our shows, right?
I have been to the shows, both in this universe and in others.
Let me ask
And
you this.
yes,
When was the last time you went to Saturn?
um, now, of course, that question asking when was the last time assumes a linear flow of time
you
with,
I
with
just
a
love the way you think.
well-defined past, present, and future, and that's not how I roll at
Oh,
all.
oh, I understand. Our minds are melding. I can feel them kind of going together. That I need a little refresher. Clarion, could you give me a little refresher? I need something here. Little aromatherapy. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, great. Ah,
Yeah.
so,
So the answer to your question is, when was I last on Saturn? The best answer is yes.
okay, me too.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Well, now it all comes clear. Very good.
Well, I do so much at night.
Yes.
You do know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not even from here on. I'm just gonna sit here for a moment. You'll get it. Yeah, yeah. And not everyone understands like you do.
No. And And I will say that the sevens in those were the most impressive of all the odd integers.
Now, tell me this. You know, I have a very powerful shape in my
Yes.
life, the rhombus, but I have been feeling very pulled towards the dodecahedron. Do you have a thought about that? That's kind of the pluses, the minus. Do you have a sense of me, the rhombus, the dodecahedron? I don't have to decide.
I must say that between those two, I'm actually tempted to, in fact, suggest yet another shape that might be more suitable.
Well, what?
For the intrinsic nature of what Dicey is.
Yes.
Which is, it's a shape known as a Buckminster fullerene.
Buckminster fullerene?
And it is in fact named for Buckminster Fuller.
Is this the geodesic dome?
Similar design. It's a molecule that actually exists in interstellar space.
Is this, now, we're not talking about subatomic particles like freons or gluons. No.
We're talking about some molecules made of 60 carbon atoms.
Can you repeat that? You froze up. You went into another time dimension for a moment there.
That happens, but the medication helps with that sometimes. It's actually made out of 60, that's 60 carbon atoms that form together in a sphere.
Yes.
And the location of those carbon atoms are exactly the same as the arrangement of the intersections of the various points on a soccer ball.
That is so interesting. And so now, how many sides are there?
Let's see, there's 60, I forget the exact number. I know there's 60 vertices. And a vertex is not the same as a vector, although they both begin with V. And a vertex is preferable to a vector because in Scrabble, that has the letter X, which has 8 points. And so and if you get that on a double word, you're styling. But I will say that it's a large number, and it's more than a dodecahedron.
I think that's probably more fitting for me. You know, I am just sort of, I'm special enough that I really need something most people wouldn't know about.
No. And the wonderful thing about this shape is from a distance, it looks like a sphere, and people would say, oh, spheres are easy because we have nothing to sphere but spheres themselves. But at closer inspection, you find there's much more detail there than you might otherwise have thought. And that is so intrinsically Dicey that I lack the words to describe it.
Yeah, you would not have my words. No, I know that. I'm a very verbal person.
Yes.
Very verbal. So the problem I have with it is that it's named after someone else.
Right. That can be changed.
I would think so. I mean, what does it matter? He's not alive, right?
He's not alive. No. So we could certainly change the name of it to Dicey Stewartine, which actually rolls off the tongue quite lovely.
And much better than the other one. Is too long, too many syllables. But
that's right. That's right.
That's
And those spheres are sometimes called, as an acronym, they're called buckyballs. But I think we should change the name to Dicey spheres.
Dicey spheres.
Yes.
Oh, lovely, lovely. You know, just a moment. I think we haven't done our centering today. Clarion. Yes, thank you. He's been helpful.
Okay.
Oh, just a moment. Lovely. Do you feel better now too?
I do. That actually resonated with. There's a particular tone in the brain with which I find that resonates, and so the brain is actually still vibrating at this time.
That's great.
And we'll probably continue to vibrate for an extended period. So,
okay.
So if at any point what I say begins to no longer to make sense, it's simply because those vibrations are reverberating within the brain and causing chamvron,
say no more. In fact, it's best if you don't say any more. We're going to stop for a moment. And thank you so much again. Oh my gosh, I've got my very own sphere. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll talk later.
Bye.